Alex sat at the small wooden table, the soft morning light filtering through the dusty curtains. The world outside seemed ordinary. Birds chirping, cars passing by. But inside the tiny apartment, an unusual stillness hung in the air. Alex's eyes fell on the envelope lying on the floor near the door. It was not like the usual bills or letters that came every week. This envelope was different. Smooth, almost glowing slightly under the morning sun, and sealed with a symbol Alex did not recognize. A circle with a faint, pulsing light in the center. Curiosity pulled Alex forward. Hands trembling slightly, Alex picked up the envelope and turned it over. There was no sender, no stamp, nothing to indicate where it had come from. Only a single line written in bold, elegant letters. Your hidden gift awakens today. Alex frowned. Gift? Hidden? The words echoed in the mind, strange and almost magical. Alex was an ordinary person, or at least that's what everyone believed. No powers, no special talents, no signs of anything extraordinary. Yet, holding this envelope, a chill ran down the spine. Something inside whispered that today would not be ordinary. The letter slipped open with a soft creak. Inside, a small piece of parchment lay, glowing faintly. Written in simple words, it read, "Follow the signs. Trust yourself. Your gift waits before the day ends." Beneath the words was a small sketch, a key glowing, almost alive. Alex blinked and looked around. Nothing, just the quiet apartment. The air felt heavier, charged with something unseen. The normal sounds of life outside seemed distant. Heart racing, Alex wondered if it was a prank. Maybe someone was trying to scare them, but the feeling was real. A sense of anticipation, almost as if the universe itself was holding its breath. Minutes passed. Alex sat frozen, staring at the key sketch. Then, a faint sound made Alex jump. A soft whisper, almost like someone calling a name from far away. "Alex," it seemed to say. The voice was not harsh or loud. It was gentle but urgent. Alex looked around, but there was no one. Only the envelope, glowing faintly on the table. Tentatively, Alex touched the paper again. The glow brightened slightly under the fingertips. A shiver ran through the body, a mixture of fear and excitement. What kind of gift could this be? Alex had always dreamed of doing something meaningful, something extraordinary, but never imagined it would come like this. Unexpected, mysterious, and demanding action. A sudden knock at the door startled Alex. Heart pounding, Alex looked through the peephole. No one was there. Only the empty hallway, silent except for the echo of the knock that had already stopped. When Alex opened the door, there was nothing. No sign of anyone, only the soft rustle of the wind. Shaking, Alex closed the door and returned to the table. The envelope now seemed almost alive, as if it was urging Alex to do something. But what? The letter said, "Follow the signs." Yet there were no signs? Or were there? Alex's eyes wandered around the room, noticing small things for the first time. The way the sunlight caught on a corner of the mirror, the faint movement of a shadow near the window, even the flutter of a curtain that seemed almost deliberate. Alex's mind raced. Could this be the start of something extraordinary? Or was it just imagination running wild? But then, as if answering the question, the air in the room shifted. A soft breeze circled the apartment, even though all windows were closed. The glowing symbol on the envelope pulsed gently, like a heartbeat. Alex's breath caught. This was no ordinary letter. Something was calling, and it had chosen Alex. For hours, Alex sat with the envelope, feeling an unfamiliar mix of fear and hope. Questions raced through the mind. What is this gift? Why me? What do I have to do? The answers were unknown, hidden somewhere in the unfolding day. But one thing was certain, the ordinary life Alex had known was about to change. As the sun climbed higher, Alex noticed something strange on the wall. A faint light forming a path, a trail leading out of the apartment, shimmering like a secret map. The letter had said to follow the signs, and now, finally, there was one. Heart thundering, Alex stood, picked up the envelope carefully, and stepped toward the light. Every step felt heavy with anticipation, every breath sharp with the thrill of the unknown. Even as the door closed behind, Alex could not shake the feeling that the world had paused, waiting to see what would happen next. And in that pause, a thought entered Alex's mind. If I don't take this chance, I may never know what I am truly capable of. The mysterious invitation was no longer just a letter. It was a challenge, a test, a beginning, and Alex knew that by the end of the day, everything would be different. Alex followed the shimmering light that stretched across the floor, each step feeling heavier and lighter at the same time. The path seemed to move, shifting ever so slightly as if it had a mind of its own. Outside, the city hummed with ordinary life, but inside Alex's mind, a storm of questions raged. What am I chasing? What is this gift? The path led Alex through the apartment door and into the narrow hallway. The glow faded slightly as the door closed behind, but it left a faint trail in the air, like sparks from a fire. Alex's heart pounded. Every sound seemed amplified, the distant siren, the whisper of wind, the soft echo of footsteps that weren't Alex's own. Then suddenly Alex froze. There, in the corner of the empty street, stood a figure. Just a silhouette at first, shadowed by the morning sun. Alex squinted, trying to make sense of it. The figure did not move. It simply watched. There was something familiar in the stance, yet impossible to recognize. A shiver ran down Alex's spine. Who is that? Alex stepped forward, hesitant. Hello! The voice sounded small, fragile against the city's noise. The figure tilted its head slightly, but still no answer came. Then, without warning, it vanished. Just like that, gone. Alex's stomach twisted, part fear, part curiosity. Was this real or just another trick of the mind? Shaking, Alex looked back at the faint glow of the path. The trail led to an old park at the edge of the neighborhood, a place Alex had visited countless times but never felt anything special about. Today, however, it looked different. The trees seemed taller, their branches twisting like silent guardians. The sunlight streaming through the leaves formed strange patterns on the ground, almost like symbols. As Alex walked through the park, small things began to happen. A gust of wind blew, and leaves swirled into a shape, a key, identical to the one drawn on the letter. Alex blinked. This can't be real. Yet, as disbelief fought with awe, the trail of glowing symbols seemed to respond. It led deeper into the park, to an old fountain at the center, dry and cracked but strangely beautiful. Alex approached the fountain carefully. The moment a hand touched the cold stone, a soft hum filled the air. The glow from the letter intensified, and suddenly, Alex could hear it. Not in the ears, but in the mind. A voice, calm yet urgent, whispered, "Your gift is awake. Listen and you will see." Heart racing, Alex looked around. The park was empty, yet the whisper continued. The voice was not just sound, it was feeling, emotion, pulling at something deep inside. Suddenly, images flashed in Alex's mind. Visions of people, places, and moments that had not happened yet. A child tripping on the sidewalk, an old man dropping a wallet, a dog running toward a busy street. Alex gasped and staggered back. What is happening to me?" Alex whispered, voice trembling. Each vision was vivid, real, and impossible to ignore. The letter's words returned, "Follow the signs. Trust yourself. Your gift waits before the day ends." Alex understood now the gift was not just about seeing. It was about knowing, feeling, predicting, helping. And it was awake. Just then, the shadowy figure from earlier appeared again. This time, closer, watching from behind a tree. Alex's breath caught. The figure did not move aggressively but seemed curious, studying Alex, waiting. Alex wanted to run but felt rooted to the ground, a strange connection tying them to the figure. "Who are you?" Alex thought. "Why are you following me?" The figure stepped forward slowly, revealing features that were still hidden in shadow. Then, in a voice both soft and commanding, it spoke. "You are not ready yet, but you have begun. The gift chooses when and how it shows. One mistake, one doubt, and it may vanish." Alex's mind spun. I I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know if I can control it. The figure smiled faintly, a mixture of understanding and warning. Control comes with trust. Trust yourself. The path will guide you, but the final choice is always yours. Before Alex could respond, the figure vanished again, leaving only a single glowing feather on the ground near the fountain. Alex picked it up carefully, feeling warmth and a strange pulse in the fingertips. Something inside said, "This is a clue. Follow it. Learn it. Your gift is more than you imagine." Alex looked at the sky. The sun was high, and the day was still young, yet every minute now felt urgent. The letter had said the gift must be unlocked before the day ends. Alex knew the clock was ticking, not just in hours, but in choices, in courage, in trust. As Alex stood there, holding the glowing feather, the park seemed alive. The branches swayed as if pointing to the next step. The fountain, once dry and ordinary, shimmered faintly, hinting at secrets buried beneath. Alex's heart beat faster, excitement and fear mingling. This was only the beginning. If I fail, I lose this gift forever, Alex thought. But another thought rose stronger. If I succeed, everything can change. Everything can be possible. With a deep breath, Alex moved forward, following the subtle hints left in the park. Every sound, every shadow, every flicker of light became a guide. The gift had chosen today, and Alex had no choice but to accept the challenge. Alex crouched near the fountain, staring at the faint shimmer beneath the cracked stone. The glowing feather still rested in hand, warm and alive, as if urging Alex forward. Each breath felt heavier than the last, yet excitement pushed Alex onward. The park was quiet now, almost too quiet, like the world itself was holding its breath. Then a sudden sound made Alex jump, a soft rustle from the trees. Shadows shifted, but there was no wind. Alex's heart beat faster, a mixture of fear and anticipation. "Who's there?" Alex whispered, voice shaking. The shadows seemed to respond, stretching and twisting toward the fountain. From behind a large oak tree, a figure stepped out. This one was different from the shadowy watcher earlier. This person, an older man with kind, yet piercing eyes, looked directly at Alex. His long coat fluttered in the subtle breeze, and a silver pendant glimmered around his neck. He held nothing in his hands but a presence that made Alex both nervous and strangely calm. "You're Alex," the man said softly. "I've been waiting for you." Alex blinked, taken aback. Who are you?" The man smiled faintly, his eyes never leaving Alex's face. "Call me Elias. I know why you are here. Your gift. It has chosen you, but it is not yet awake. You have seen its spark, felt its pull, but it is fragile. One wrong step and it may fade." Alex swallowed hard. I don't understand. Gift? Awake? I don't know if I'm ready for anything like this." Elias took a step closer, his gaze steady and unwavering. "Read the feather," he said, nodding toward Alex's hand. "It is a key, a guide. But guidance alone is not enough. You must trust yourself. Trust what you feel, what you see, even when it doesn't make sense." Alex looked at the glowing feather again. Pulsed gently, like a heartbeat. The warmth spread from the fingertips up the arm, filling Alex with a strange energy. Images flashed again. People in danger, shadows moving, hidden secrets in ordinary places. Alex gasped. I can see things. Things that haven't happened yet. Am I supposed to help them?" "Yes," Elias said, voice calm but serious. "Your gift is rare. It allows you to sense danger, to feel what others cannot. But it comes with responsibility. Each choice you make now shapes what will come next. You must decide. Will you run from it or embrace it?" Alex felt a chill run through the body. The thought of responsibility was heavy, almost unbearable. But at the same time, there was an excitement that Alex had never felt before. A sense of purpose, of meaning. I want to try. I want to understand it," Alex whispered. Elias nodded, satisfied. "Good. That is the first step. But know this, awareness alone is not enough. The The path ahead is full of trials. Fear will come. Doubt will come. Even people you trust may betray you. But the gift, it will guide you if you allow it. A sudden sound distracted them. A distant shout. A child's cry. Alex froze. The images flashed in the mind again, more vivid this time. A young boy had stumbled near the edge of a street, unaware of a speeding car approaching. Alex's hands shook, but instinct took over. Without thinking, Alex ran toward the vision, guided by the sense of danger that pulsed through the chest. Elias followed silently, watching, his eyes calm but alert. Alex reached the boy in time, catching him just as he tripped. The moment passed, but the energy lingered, the gift confirming its presence. Alex turned, breathless, and Elias nodded once. See, you have begun to awaken it. But there is much more to learn. Alex's mind swirled. The excitement, fear, and responsibility mixed into a storm of emotions. There's a lot I don't understand. How do I control it? How do I know what's real and what's not? Elias's gaze softened. Control comes with patience, practice, and trust. Reality is not always what it seems. Your gift will show you what others cannot perceive, but only you can act on it. The more you follow the signs, the stronger you will become. But always remember, the gift is a part of you, not separate from you. Do not fear it. Embrace it. For a moment, the park was silent again. The sunlight danced on the fountain, on the trees, and on the glowing feather in Alex's hand. Alex looked at Elias, then at the path that still shimmered faintly toward the deeper part of the park. A strange mixture of fear and courage filled the chest. Alex took a deep breath. I'm ready. What do I do next? Elias smiled faintly, a glimmer of pride in his eyes. Follow the path. Listen to what it shows you. Learn its secrets. And beware, the shadow is still watching. It will test you and it will try to mislead you. You must trust yourself above all. Alex nodded, determination settling in the heart. The gift was no longer a distant concept. It was alive, pulsing, demanding attention. And today, Alex had chosen to face it, to step into the unknown, to embrace something extraordinary. As the two moved deeper into the park, the glow of the path brightened, revealing hidden symbols on the ground, strange runes etched into the stone benches, and faint lights flickering through the trees. The air itself seemed to hum, charged with unseen energy. Alex knew the journey had only begun, and somewhere in the shadows, the mysterious watcher from before observed silently, waiting, knowing that the awakening of a gift could change everything. The glow of the runes beneath Alex's feet pulsed softly, guiding the way deeper into the park. Each step felt heavier and lighter at the same time, as if the ground itself was aware of Alex's presence. The wind whispered through the trees, carrying faint echoes of voices Alex did not recognize. Every sound seemed sharper now. The crunch of leaves, the flutter of wings, the distant bark of a dog. Elias walked beside Alex, calm and steady, watching closely. The first test is near, he said quietly. It is not about strength or speed or cleverness. It is about choice. Your gift will show you what must be done, but you must act without hesitation. Alex's stomach tightened. Choice? What could possibly be waiting here? The glowing path led to a small clearing. In the center was a narrow bridge over a deep, shadowed pond. The water reflected the shimmering runes in the air, making the surface look alive. Something about the bridge made Alex pause. It was ordinary in shape, but the shadows beneath seemed to move, slithering, whispering, like living darkness. A sudden sound made Alex jump. A cry for help. A young woman stood at the far edge of the bridge, clutching a small child. Both were frozen in fear, the child's small hands gripping the woman tightly. Something unseen was approaching, something Alex could not see clearly, but felt in every fiber of the body. A chill ran down the spine. This is it, Elias whispered. Your gift is awake. Listen to it. Alex closed the eyes and focused. The pulse in the feather in hand seemed to sync with the heartbeat. Images flashed in the mind. shadows moving under the water, the child slipping from the woman's grip, a danger unseen. The vision was clear, almost painfully so. Alex gasped. I can see it. I can feel it. Without thinking, Alex ran forward. The gift guided every step, every movement. The air felt electric, alive with energy, guiding the hands and feet. Just as the child teetered on the edge, Alex caught them. The woman gasped, tears streaming, clutching Alex's hands tightly. Thank you. I don't know what would have happened. Alex's chest heaved, eyes wide with shock and awe. The energy coursing through the body was unlike anything experienced before. It was powerful, but also exhausting, draining yet invigorating. The gift had chosen to act through Alex, showing not only the ability but the responsibility that came with it. Elias stepped closer, his eyes serious. You passed the first test. But remember, this is only the beginning. The gift will continue to test you in ways you cannot imagine. Fear will try to stop you, doubt will whisper lies, and the shadow, it will come. Alex nodded, trying to steady the racing heartbeat. I think I understand now. It's not just about seeing danger. It's about acting, saving, choosing. Every moment matters. A sudden rustle in the trees made Alex spin around. The shadowy figure from before emerged, closer this time, its form more distinct but still cloaked in darkness. Its eyes glowed faintly, and a soft laugh echoed through the clearing. Alex froze, pulse quickening. The shadow did not attack, yet the presence was heavy, threatening, almost taunting. Elias stepped forward, calm but firm. Do not fear it. The shadow tests not just your ability, but your courage. It wants to see if you will hesitate, if you will falter. Trust the gift. Trust yourself. Alex tightened the grip on the feather, feeling the warmth pulse through the body. The shadow moved closer, weaving between the trees, circling the clearing. Every instinct screamed to run, but the visions flashed again. Images of people in danger, moments that demanded action. The gift was alive, urging Alex forward. Taking a deep breath, Alex stepped onto the bridge again. Each step was measured, careful, guided by the pulse in the feather and the vision in the mind. The shadow followed, twisting and shifting, yet Alex did not look away. Focused only on the task, the people, the choices, the responsibility, the gift guided every movement. When Alex reached the other side, the shadow froze, lingering a moment before vanishing into the trees. The feeling of weight in the air lifted slightly, replaced by a quiet calm. Alex's knees shook, chest heaving, but a sense of triumph settled in. The first test was over, and it had proven something important. The gift was real, alive, and capable, but it required courage, trust, and action. Elias placed a hand on Alex's shoulder. You have begun to understand, but the path ahead will demand more. The shadow will not leave you alone, and the choices will become harder. You are ready, but only just. Remember, the gift is not a power to show off. It is a responsibility, a calling. Do not forget that. Alex nodded, feeling both exhausted and exhilarated. The gift was more than a strange feeling or a vision. It was a connection, a force that demanded attention and respect. And for the first time, Alex felt a sense of purpose, a reason to embrace the unknown, no matter how frightening. As they walked toward the next part of the park, the sun began to dip, casting long shadows across the ground. The glowing path shimmered faintly, guiding them toward the next challenge, and somewhere, in the distance, the shadow lingered, waiting. Alex held the feather tightly, feeling the pulse, the warmth, and the promise of what was to come. Today had proven one thing. The gift was real, the shadow was real, and the adventure was only beginning. The park had grown darker, the sun dipping behind the horizon, leaving long, twisting shadows that seemed to move on their own. Alex held the glowing feather tightly, feeling its warmth pulse through the fingers like a heartbeat. Every step now carried a sense of urgency. The first test was over, but the air felt heavier, charged with a tension that made every sound louder and every shadow deeper. Be careful, Elias whispered, stepping close. The shadow is stronger at night. It senses fear, hesitation, doubt. It will use everything against you. Alex nodded, though the chest tightened with anxiety. The shadow had been a distant presence before, a watcher. Now it felt closer, almost tangible. Every rustle of leaves, every flicker of light seemed to hint at its movement. Alex's mind raced with possibilities. What does it want? Why is it following me? They reached a narrow path lined with old oak trees. The runes on the ground glowed faintly, guiding them forward. Suddenly, the shadows between the trees twisted unnaturally. A cold wind swept through, carrying whispers that seemed to echo in Alex's mind. You cannot escape. You will fail. The voices hissed. Alex froze, heart pounding, hands tightening around the feather. The visions returned, quick flashes of danger, people trapped, moments where hesitation could cause disaster. Each vision brought fear, but also clarity. Alex realized that the shadow thrived on fear, feeding off it to gain power. The only way to face it was to move forward, trust the gift, and trust the self. A rustle in the bushes caught their attention. Elias stepped in front of Alex, eyes sharp. Out of the shadows emerged a figure, familiar yet strange. It was someone Alex had known in passing, a friend from school, smiling but with eyes empty and cold. Alex's stomach twisted. Why are you here? The figure's voice was calm, almost mocking. You shouldn't have accepted this gift, Alex. It's not meant for you. Every word sent shivers down the spine. The shadows seemed to pulse around the figure, amplifying the sense of danger. Alex took a step back, unsure if this was real, a trick, or part of the shadow's power. Elias's voice broke through. Do not trust what you see blindly. The shadow uses fear and familiarity to confuse you. Focus on the gift, not appearances. Alex closed the eyes, letting the pulse of the feather guide the senses. The warmth spread through the body, steadying the heart. Images flashed again, not of danger this time, but of choices. Paths diverging, moments where courage overcame fear, small acts of bravery that could change outcomes. Alex understood that the shadow's power was limited. It could not force action, only test the mind and soul. Opening the eyes, Alex focused on the real path ahead. I won't be fooled, Alex whispered, stepping past the figure. The shadows hissed and twisted, but could not block the way. With each step, the gift grew stronger, a connection pulsing between Alex and the unseen energy guiding the journey. They reached a small clearing where a single stone altar stood, bathed in the glow of the runes. The shadows recoiled slightly as they approached, as if sensing the power Alex now carried. Elias stepped beside Alex. This is a moment of choice. The shadow will confront you fully. Your actions now will determine how the gift grows. Fear nothing. Hesitate not. Trust what you feel. Suddenly, the shadow appeared in full, tall and dark, its form shifting constantly, eyes glowing like molten silver. It moved closer, circling the clearing, whispering threats that chilled the bones. Alex's hands shook, but the feather pulsed brighter, steady and warm. The visions came again, clearer than ever. The shadow's attacks, paths to avoid, ways to protect others. Alex drew in a deep breath and stepped forward. Every word of fear from the shadow seemed to fade, replaced by clarity and courage. The first time, the gift had guided instinct. Now it guided choice. Alex raised the feather, and with it, a soft wave of light spread, pushing the shadow back slightly. It hissed, recoiling, but did not vanish. You are stronger than you know, Elias said, calm and steady. But remember, the shadow learns, adapts. Each victory will make it more cunning. You must grow faster, think quicker, trust deeper. Alex nodded, heart pounding, sweat on the brow. The clearing seemed charged with energy, as if the air itself was alive. The gift was no longer just a vision or intuition. It was part of Alex now, guiding thoughts, shaping decisions, making the impossible seem possible. As they left the clearing, moving toward a darker, more mysterious part of the park, the shadows shifted again. The figure Alex had seen earlier appeared one last time, silent, watching from afar before disappearing into the trees. The shadow lingered, waiting, but Alex felt no fear now. Only determination, purpose, and the knowledge that every choice mattered. The night was far from over. The gift had awakened further, the shadow had grown more dangerous, and the path ahead promised trials that would test courage, trust, and the limits of Alex's newfound powers. And somewhere in the distance, a faint glow appeared. A signal, a clue, the next part of the journey. Alex tightened the grip on the feather, feeling its steady pulse, and whispered to the wind, "I'm ready." The glow in the distance pulsed brighter, calling Alex forward. Every step felt charged with energy, the warmth from the feather spreading through the body like fire and light combined. The shadow had grown stronger with each passing moment, but now, Alex no longer felt fear, only focus, only determination. Elias walked beside Alex silently. "This is it," he said softly. "The moment when the gift will fully awaken. Everything you have learned, every choice you've made has led to this point. Trust yourself completely." Alex nodded, clutching the feather tightly. The path led to a circular clearing, unlike any part of the park seen before. The ground was covered in ancient symbols glowing faintly, pulsing rhythmically like a heartbeat. The trees formed a perfect ring around the clearing, their branches intertwining to block out the fading sunlight. Felt sacred, otherworldly. Suddenly, the shadow appeared in the center of the clearing, larger and darker than ever, its eyes like molten silver. It shifted constantly, a mass of darkness and whispers, moving with a sinister intelligence. It circled Alex slowly, testing, taunting. "You think you are ready?" The shadow hissed, voice echoing in the chest. "Do you really understand what this gift demands? One mistake, and you will lose everything." Alex felt a pulse of fear, but it was fleeting. The warmth in the feather grew stronger, guiding thoughts, focusing every sense. The visions flashed in the mind. Not just danger, but solutions, paths to follow, actions to take. Alex realized the gift was no longer just a power, it was a part of the self, connected to every thought, every instinct. Closing the eyes, Alex whispered, "I trust myself. I trust the gift. I choose." The words felt heavy and powerful, vibrating through the clearing. The feather glowed brighter than ever, radiating light that pushed back the darkness of the shadow. The air hummed, charged with energy, as if the clearing itself responded to the courage and trust. The shadow lunged suddenly, a wave of darkness sweeping toward Alex. Without hesitation, Alex moved, guided by the visions and the pulse of the feather. Every step was precise, every action instinctive. The light from the feather grew into a radiant aura, surrounding the body, shielding from the shadow's assault. "You are stronger than I imagined," the shadow hissed, but there was a hint of respect now in its voice. "But strength alone is not enough." Alex focused, reaching deep within. The warmth of the feather spread into the chest, through the arms, into every sense. Images of people in danger, moments of choice, paths where courage had prevailed, all merged into a single clarity. Alex understood now, the gift was not just about seeing or predicting. It was about acting, choosing, protecting, embracing responsibility without hesitation. With a deep breath, Alex extended the hand holding the feather. A pulse of light shot outward, striking the shadow. It hissed, recoiling, writhing as the light surrounded it. For the first time, the shadow seemed uncertain, its shape flickering, unable to maintain its form against the pure, focused energy of Alex's awakened gift. Elias watched silently, pride and awe in his eyes. "The gift is fully awakened," he said softly. "You have embraced it. You have trusted yourself. Remember this feeling, remember the power of choice, the courage that flows through you. The shadow will test you again, but now you are ready." The shadow gave one last hiss, retreating into the darkness beyond the clearing. Its voice, fading, whispered, "This is not over, but you have won for now." The clearing fell silent, the glow from the symbols dimming slightly but remaining warm. Alex sank to the ground, exhausted but exhilarated. Every breath felt charged with energy, every heartbeat resonating with the rhythm of the gift. The feather pulsed softly in the hand, a reminder that the power was alive, that it had chosen Alex, and that it would guide every choice from this moment onward. Elias stepped forward, placing a hand on Alex's shoulder. You have done more than awaken the gift. You have embraced it fully. But remember, gifts like this are never simple. The shadow is clever, patient, and relentless. You will face more challenges, more choices. But now you have the strength to face them. Alex looked at the feather, its light soft but steady, and whispered, I'm ready for whatever comes next. The words felt real, true, and powerful. For the first time, the world felt larger, alive, full of possibilities, and Alex knew that everything had changed. As they walked out of the clearing, the sky above shimmered with the first stars of night. The path ahead was still unknown, the shadow still lingering somewhere in the darkness, but Alex's confidence had grown. The gift was no longer hidden, no longer a mystery. It was alive, a force to protect, guide, and embrace. And somewhere beyond the trees, the shadow waited patiently, knowing that the awakening of Alex's gift had only made it stronger, sharper, and more determined. The true test had only just begun. The night had fallen completely. Stars glittered faintly above, but the park was dark, shadows stretching between the trees like living fingers. Alex's hands held the glowing feather tightly, its warmth steady and reassuring. Every heartbeat pulsed with the gift's energy, and every nerve tingled with anticipation. The final confrontation had come. Elias stood behind, calm and silent. This is the moment, he whispered. The shadow will test everything. Your courage, your choice, your trust. Remember, the gift flows through you, but you must act. Alex nodded, eyes scanning the darkened park. The shadow was there, emerging from the blackness, larger than ever, its molten silver eyes gleaming. It moved like smoke, twisting and shifting, impossible to grab or anticipate. Its whispers filled Alex's mind. You are not ready. You cannot win. You will fail. But Alex no longer felt fear. The gift pulsed in every sense, guiding thoughts, shaping reflexes, opening a clarity that was almost overwhelming. This time, the shadows could not deceive. The visions were precise. Every danger, every weakness of the shadow, every path of action was clear. The shadow lunged suddenly, faster than Alex could have imagined. Instinct took over and Alex raised the feather. Light erupted, radiating outward, hitting the shadow head-on. It hissed, recoiling, twisting in the air. The whispering grew louder, angrier, but Alex focused, letting the warmth of the gift fill every muscle, every thought. You cannot stop me, the shadow hissed, voice like grinding metal. This is only the beginning. I can, Alex whispered, voice steady, eyes shining. Because I trust myself. I trust the gift. I choose. The feather blazed, brighter than before, sending a ripple of energy across the clearing. Shadows twisted and shrank, retreating from the light. Alex moved forward, guided by visions, reacting instinctively to every attack the shadow made. It was no longer a force of fear. It was a puzzle, a challenge, and Alex's clarity turned every move into precision. The shadow split into multiple forms, attempting to confuse, to distract. Alex's vision, guided by the gift, discerned the real one, the core of the darkness. With careful steps, Alex closed in, the feather glowing intensely. A final surge of light shot from the palm, enveloping the shadow entirely. The whispers screamed, then fell silent. The darkness twisted one last time before shattering, dissolving into faint sparks that drifted into the night air. Alex stood in the clearing, chest heaving, the feather pulsing gently as if approving the triumph. Silence settled over the park, heavy but calm. The gift had been fully embraced, the shadow defeated, for now. Elias stepped forward, pride in his eyes. You have done it. You faced fear, doubt, and the shadow itself. Your gift is no longer hidden. It is a part of you now. But remember, this is only the beginning. Power comes with responsibility, and vigilance is eternal. Alex exhaled, relief washing over like a tide. The journey had been terrifying, exhausting, exhilarating. Every test, every vision, every choice had led to this moment. The gift was alive, luminous, and part of the self. Alex finally understood its purpose: to protect, guide, and act when it mattered most. For the first time in the long day, Alex smiled. The world felt alive, vivid, full of possibilities. The fear of the unknown had been replaced with a quiet confidence. The shadows may return, challenges may arise, but now Alex knew the truth. Courage, choice, and trust were stronger than any darkness. As they walked out of the park together, the night air cool against their skin, Elias spoke once more. The shadow may linger, yes, but you have proven that you are ready. You will face trials again, but never forget, the gift will always guide you, if you choose to follow it. Alex glanced at the glowing feather, feeling the pulse steady and warm in the hand. I will, Alex whispered. I choose to follow it always. Above, the stars twinkled, silent witnesses to the journey completed, yet hinting at new adventures waiting beyond the horizon. The gift was awakened, the shadow had been challenged, and Alex's path was now one of courage, discovery, and responsibility. The ordinary life had ended. A new chapter had begun, full of magic, choice, and the infinite possibilities of the hidden gift. And somewhere in the darkness beyond the trees, faint sparks of shadow still lingered, but Alex was ready. The adventure had only just begun.